when all the beads fall off the gamer's chair, the next review shall begin. Here we go. What is he up to? Timber! There's another one. Did that one hit my dad? No, it didn't. He must be removing some of the branches in case any of them grow longer. Ooh. Here I am again in another slump, trying to figure out what review I should do next. I'm just stuck on this one. As a matter of fact, no. Perhaps, oh God, no, not that one. Well, I don't want to talk about recent events that happened in Los Angeles. And there's no way in hell I'm going to talk about certain demonstration groups, no matter how much I hate them so goddamn much.
Well, you gonna diss me, boy. Diss me to my face.
Now calm down, please. Calm down. Don't take it that way.
Well, how am I supposed to take it there?
I'm just trying to figure out what my next review should be, and maybe I'll get something in between, so get my energy boosting, like maybe some cake or an energy drink.
I don't want no cake. I want me some pie. You understand what I'm saying?
No. No, I don't.
Well, let me break it down. You know when you're in the shower with some fine, foxy hoochie mama, and she got that.
Okay, I think that's how far we can go. Thanks for the advice. I always prefer the original voice over the new one. You know, maybe I should try to start over again with this review.
Seriously?
Seriously?
Okay, let's rewind and start the review, shall we? Intermission? We just started this review. I don't believe this. I'm really sorry about all this. As I was saying, I'm in a complete slump right now, trying to come up with an idea what my next review should be about. I already talked about two people, Darcy Lynn and Logan Miller, and I already talked about a place that was no longer there. And it's hard for me to decide whether I should go back to doing movies or TV shows. And there's no way I can talk about the music because, yeah, that shit. What should I go for? You know, I think I should. I think it's time I should look back at a cartoon I haven't seen since my childhood. It used to play numerous times on the Disney Channel, whether it's Quack Attack or Mouse Tracks. Remember that? Which cartoon in particular are you asking? The 1933 Mickey Mouse cartoon, Mickey's Gala premiere! Okay, where should I start with this one? Could it be the first Disney cartoon to use caricatures? Is it funny enough to be so successful? Are we still trying to vote this guy in the National Film Registry for the U.S. Library of Congress? Well, the latter? Yes. We're still trying, but they haven't selected it yet. Keep trying! Keep trying! But still, it's time we find out how well this short is. This is gonna be fun. It begins outside the famous Grauman's Chinese Theater, as we see famous celebrities of 1933 make their way to see a new premiere of the Mickey Mouse cartoon Gallopin' Romance, which is a parody of the 1928 short The Galloping Gaucho. Very clever, guys. And look at this. WDM. Walt Disney Media. Or maybe Walt Disney Music, since they're singing. Now there's a whole lot of caricatures of Hollywood celebrities of that particular era that we'll see. Like the Keystone Cops, Ben Turbin, Ford Sterling, Max Swain, Harry Langdon, and Chester Conklin, who are guarding the traffic. And look at this. Outside the limousine, we have Wallace Beery, Mary Dressler, Lionel Barrymore, John Barrymore, and Ethel Barrymore. Are they related to Drew Barrymore? They are all costumed from the 1932 film Rasputin and the Empress. And what we have here? Laura and Hardy make the scene too. And the Marx Brothers, Groucho, Chico, and Harpo, stick their heads out the window. Oh, and Zeppo. I forgot Zeppo. I keep forgetting there was 4 Marx Brothers. Dressing up as a kid from Spain, it's Eddie Cantor, or as I like to call him, Pee Wee Herman's grandfather. Ah, Jimmy Durante, a guy with a tremendously large schnoz. Not my schnoz, but still. And oh yes, and there's Maurice Chevalier, a French singer and actor. He did a lot of Disney films in later years. He actually appeared in A Search of the Castaways, and he sang the title song for The Aristocats. And these 3 ladies, from what I can tell, these 3 are... The woman in the middle is Joan Crawford, but the other 2 are Jean Harlow, and that one looks like Betty Davis, but I was told it was Janet Gaynor. But let's be fair, Joan Crawford kind of distracts me a bit. She looks a lot like my aunt. I won't say who. And these gentlemen, these are Clark Gable, Harold Lloyd, Adolphe Manjour, hope I pronounced that name right, and Edward G. Robinson.
Yeah, Shay. Yeah.
This is a colorized version of the short, and it looks so weird to me. And here comes the animated stars. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Horace Horsecollar, Clarabelle Cow, and Pluto. Donald Duck is not there yet. He doesn't even exist yet. Or Goofy.
We like Mickey and his happy smile. He will have us rolling in the aisle. So hello everybody, we wish you were here at Mickey Mouse's grand premiere.
And here is Sid Grauman, the man who owns Grauman's Chinese Theater. And as we say hello to Charlie Chaplin and Joe E. Brown, then we see Mae West, an actress from the film She Done Him Wrong, who says the line,
"Come up and see me sometime."
Hubba hubba. There's even an added bonus I should let you know now. There are other Hollywood celebrities that can be spotted in the crowd scenes, like Constance Bennett, Warner Baxter, and Walt Disney, who appears as the 4th person on the right, in a scene where no other actors shy away because Garber enters the stage. Well played, Disney. Anywho, here's a fun fact. Some of the characters actually came from the Parade of Award nominees that was made a year earlier in 1932. While it is the first time we see Mickey Mouse in color, and it was completely animated by Joe Grant, we see some of the famous Hollywood celebrities getting caricatures back then, as we see them in this cartoon now. Like Marie Dressler, Frederick March, Helen Hayes, and Wallace Beery. The only one we don't see is Lynn Fontaine and Alfred Lunt. Nope, we don't see them. And this is actually the first time Mickey Mouse was depicted interacting with humans. That's surprisingly good to know. So, with the animated characters and the live-action stars making their way inside the theater, it's time we watch Galloping Romance. So the short starts off pretty nice and decent as well. Everyone in the audience was enjoying a nice tune, and you can see some well-known faces among the crowds. Mickey Mouse is playing the xylophone, while Minnie Mouse is playing the piano. But then, uh-oh, here comes Peg Leg Pete. He takes Minnie Mouse and rides away on Horace Horsecollar. That poor nag has a sore back from Pete's weight. But Mickey, brave Mickey, he rides on the xylophone right after Pete. And in case you're wondering, no, the cartoon that's within the cartoon is not a separate thing. They made that just specifically for this cartoon alone. So I'm sorry to say, kids, but you ain't gonna see Galloping Romance as its own solo, separate cartoon. And everybody there started laughing because, hey, it's a cartoon. Everybody can laugh at cartoons. Even Wheeler and Woolsey thought it was funny. Oh, look at those guys. The Frankenstein monster is Boris Karloff. The vampire is Bela Lugosi. As for that werewolf guy, or is that Mr. Hyde? I'll do some research on that guy. Even Joe E. Brown is having a good time. His mouth is literally wide open. Well, everyone except for Ned Sparks. He's completely stone-faced. Look at Hardy. He's laughing so hard on the floor, he's bouncing like a basketball. Now that's just funny. Not only that, but Groucho Marx and Charlie Chaplin are having a good time too. I never thought a Mickey Mouse cartoon would have people roll in the aisles. Ah, my. Celebrities. They'll laugh at anything that's all animated, especially if it's Mickey Mouse. But things changed up a bit. Instead of a xylophone, Mickey now rides a turtle. And once the turtle touched the water, Mickey rides an octopus. Must be the octopus from Frolicking Fish. Ah, that's Douglas Fairbanks, the one laughing besides Durante. And then it gets even more stranger. Because as we cut back, Mickey is now riding in the pouch of a kangaroo. Everybody is just hysterically laughing, all leading to the point where they're just rolling in the aisles.
You said it! We rolled him in the aisle!
You can bet everyone's talking about that moment, even at Disney.
Boy, I can't get over the way we rolled him in the aisles.
But wait, before we can finish Galloping Romance, we must check out the rest of the caricatures of all the Hollywood celebrities attending this premiere. Oops. I made a huge mistake with the identity. Sorry, Buster.
Oh, excuse me, Buster.
Among the other celebrity caricatures in the audience, we have Helen Hayes, William Powell, Chester Morris, Gloria Swanson, and George Arliss? Moving on. Oh, him. I heard about this guy. the censorship czar, otherwise known as Will Hayes. And based on the look of his design, he looks like a giant rat. In fact, he's a king rat. Oh, Edwin! Oh, he's a one-of-a-kind guy. He works with a lot of Disney films in his later years. The Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, the Toy Maker from Babes in Toyland, and of course, Uncle Albert from Mary Poppins. Ironically enough,
Wait!
and so the cartoon finally ended. So Will Rogers drags Mickey Mouse onto the stage, and all the celebrities congratulate him for another short that, I don't know, that somehow made it. And along with that, he got a magnificent kiss from Greta Garbo, an actress who wants to be alone. But lo and behold for Mickey, what turns out to be kisses from an actress was actually licks from Pluto, waking him up from a dream. Disney historian and film critic Leonard Moulton stated this cartoon was one of his favorites.
Although it doesn't take itself seriously for a moment, it does reflect the great success that Mickey was enjoying in 1933, when he was as big a movie star as any of the live actors who were caricatured in the film. It was for this cartoon that Walt hired a talented Los Angeles newspaper caricaturist named Joe Grant, who had an illustrious career at Disney for years to follow, and still contributes to Disney animation today.
That is until his death in 2005. Oh, and by the way, where's the E in Premiere? Here's even the funniest part about this cartoon. Half of the celebrities that are caricatured would later appear in actual Disney films themselves. I already mentioned Edwin. But here's some others. Helen Hayes would later play Grandma Steinmetz in Herbie Rides Again. Adolphe Manjour would make his last film appearance in the 1960 film Pollyanna. So that's that. I finally got through with it. What's my final thought? I'll tell you what my final thought is. Oh my god, this cartoon still holds up even to this very day. I am so happy to see it. I've done a lot of research to find out who these celebrities were at the time, and I sure am glad. Joe Grant did a very damn good job with these caricatures. I'm so happy. I wish this cartoon would get preserved at the National Film Registry. Same goes with the other Mickey Mouse cartoons too. But time will tell. In the meantime though, if you've seen this cartoon, what are your thoughts about it? Do you recognize some of these celebrities? Do you enjoy the jokes that were seen throughout? And how do you feel about Mickey Mouse in person? Is he your favorite? Or is he a corporate monster that takes over Disney's lives and made Walt Disney roll over in his grave because of sequel announcements? Well, that's your opinion. If you love Mickey Mouse, you can love Mickey Mouse. If you don't, well, can't win them all. You can't win them all. Minnie Mouse could. I am the Big Ben 1. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I think it's time for me to take another break and rest my poor weary head from thinking. When all the beads fall off the gamer's chair, this review shall be concluded. Good night, everybody.